Hi everyone, good evening. I'm joining you for the 10 weeks of Yuktahar project, and it's a very special day because this is the starting of the 10th week. I don't know if I should be happy or I should be sad, but we are actually on the last week of this project, and it was such a great thing to meet all of you all this while and speak with you and interact with you at all the different platforms in different ways. But yes, like all good things come to an end, this project is also coming to an end, and we are on the last week of this project. The 10th week is what we are starting from today. So what are we going to do for the next 1 week? For the next 1 week, I will only try to ensure कि जो भी चीज़ें आप लोगों ने अभी तक सीखा है या फिर whatever gains you have made in terms of your health, in terms of the weight loss that you have had, all of those things you are able to maintain it. For people who are still looking out to lose even more weight, they will continue to lose even more weight even in phase 3, and that's precisely what I'm going to talk about now for the rest 1 week that we have. How to make TBBD a lifestyle. TBBD, although the name is the belly and the brain diet, but it is not a diet per se. It is actually a lifestyle, and it is there trying to tell you out loud that you do not have to really follow any diet. So that is what I'm going to tell you for the rest 1 week. A lot of people have asked me, like yesterday itself there was one girl during the live, she asked me कि weddings है तो क्या करें, एक बार TBBD को रोक दूँ, phase 3 बाद में जाऊँ. So all of those concerns which are there about real life scenarios that I am traveling, or there's a wedding, or there's a festival like this Holi is coming up. So what do we do? How do we make TBBD into a lifestyle so that we can sail through these real life situations? You don't have to stop this diet whichever phase you are in. आपको रोकने की ज़रूरत नहीं है because somebody in the house has fallen sick, or there is a festival, or because you're traveling, because there is a lot of flexibility. I'm going to cover that gradually. But what I also want to say is one thing before I start today's discussion, and that is about the tomorrow's candid chat, Saturday candid chat, जो आप लोग सब जानते हैं कि we do it every Saturday, a very important part of the project, जहाँ पे the participants of this project, they join me live and we just chat about each and everything that we just want to talk about, no fixed agenda. तो कल का जो Saturday candid chat है, it's going to be the last candid chat for the project, because ये last week है project का. Next Thursday we will finish the 10 weeks of this project. So this is the last candid chat that we'll have tomorrow. So do join in, and you know the rules, right? You need to send me a request and then I'll let you in. So be there. Even if you have been a part of the Saturday candid chat before, but you still want to join in again, just to say something new, something more, or just to say hi, hello, bye. So that is also fine. So whoever just wants to come there just to even hear us out, आप request जो नहीं भेजना चाहते, live नहीं join करना चाहते because maybe you are shy and you don't want to talk about on social media, that is fine. But you can at least come and hear everyone out, so that you know how your colleagues are doing in this project. Okay, so आज का what I'm going to start today, as I said, I'm going to start each and every guideline जिससे आप ये TBBD को एक lifetime का एक plan बना सकते हैं, ना कि एक 10 हफ्ते का diet. And for that I'm going to start the 7 TBBD lifetime guidelines. ये जो 7 TBBD lifetime guidelines है, नाम से ही पता चलता है कि पूरे जीवन भर के लिए है. As I'm going on saying, phase 3 is a lifelong phase. So phase 3 is not about कि इतने हफ्ते का है और ये हमारा गोल है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. phase 3 is what you are going to do for the rest of your life. So it is very important that you recognize this, because I do not want you to take TBBD as another such diet जो आपने सिर्फ कुछ हफ्तों के लिए किया and then you are back to square one. And these are very doable guidelines. Each and every, I have had my clients who are following these for the last 15 years, so you can gauge कि ये कितने practically और कितना doable है इनको करना, so that you can really be something which is very very sustainable. So सबसे पहला guideline जो है वो ये है that say no to diets. do not ever do any diet. See, we live in a world where everything becomes a headlining topic. Like हर एक कुछ एक मीडिया में सनसनी न्यूज बन जाता है. We find our neighbors. आप मॉर्निंग वॉक के पार्क में जाते हैं तो आपका बाजू वाला अंकल जो अपने कुत्ते को घुमा रहा है वो भी आपको बता देता है कि वो कौन सा डाइट कर रहा है. So we are so much surrounded by diets everywhere that we at times get confused कि भाई ये करना है या नहीं करना है. So I'll just give you few thumb rules. Never get into any diet for that matter. Why? Because most of the diets firstly कोई ना कोई food group को निकाल देता है. Like there is a keto diet which will tell you no carbs. There's a high fat diet which is like a keto diet. Both of them will say no carbs. Then there's a low carb diet which is again the keto, high fat, low carb. All of these are the same where they say that no carbs but fat is fine. And then we have diets like low fat diet जहाँ पे वो बोलते हैं कि फैट मत खाओ बाकी चीजें खा लो. या फिर वो बोलेंगे हाई प्रोटीन डाइट जहाँ पे वो बोलेंगे कि प्रोटीन ही सब कुछ है जो है, बाकी तो मतलब कार्ब्स और फैट की जरूरत नहीं है. सो बेसिकली दे आर जस्ट ट्राइंग टू फोकस ऑन वन ग्रुप और दे विल फोकस ऑन वन इंग्रेडिएंट. जैसे वो बोलेंगे अ शुगर फ्री डाइट तो शुगर फ्री हो जाओ, या डेयरी फ्री डाइट सो रिमूव द डेयरी. सो दे विल ऑलवेज ट्राई टू टेल यू कि एक कोई चीज है उसको या तो निकाल दो या फिर कोई एक चीज है जिसपे आप पूरी तरह फोकस्ड हो जाओ. So that is not something which we should be doing. So that can be a thumb rule for you to recognize if I should ever step into a diet or no. If you see in TBBD from day one there was no such restrictions on carbs. आप phase 1 में थे तो भी carbs खा रहे थे, phase 2 phase 3 में भी खा रहे थे. आप proteins भी हर phase में खाए हैं. There has been no restrictions on proteins and there has been no restrictions on fats whatsoever. You have been encouraged to have ghee from the day one of phase 1. So if you look at it, there is no such restrictions in TBBD. Even in the phases when we went on, we never went on saying that you have to eliminate one group or one category completely. Ingredients की बात करें, there has been no kind of restriction on the sugar. I have never told you. My team is posting ragi payasams and so many other things जिसमें sugar है. Herbal tea के recipes जो हैं मेरे book में उनमें भी मिश्री है. And it's just not that I'm only promoting jaggery. I'm telling out and about. If you read the FAQs in chapter 10, I have been telling that the sugar also has to be of different varieties, so you can rotate between jaggery, khand, sugar, honey. All of these things are important. So basically, what has been like really consistent since many years, and what has Ayurveda also said, is that कि कोई भी ऐसा चीज नहीं है जिसको आपको completely निकाल देना चाहिए. Moderation is the best way to do it. आप हर चीज को variety में खाइए और balance में खाइए. And that is exactly what we have been doing actually in TBBD, and more so now in phase 3, because in phase 3 for the last 1 week what I have been discussing is कि हमने gluten भी reintroduce कर दिया है, हमने milk और पनीर भी reintroduce कर दिया है. So phase 3 is completely all inclusive of everything, which means कि आपको कोई भी चीज जीवन भर के लिए give up नहीं करना है. So today I'm just going to talk about these 5 very important rules, जो of course which is valid in all the 3 phases. ऐसा नहीं है कि it is only for phase 3, but especially now, because for people who are in phase 3 with me, they should know about these 5 thumb rules. और सिर्फ आप इसको follow करिए and only remember about the 3 R's: the right quality, the right timing, and the right quantity. If you just focus on the 3 R's and you just put them up with this guideline, match them up with this guideline, you will be able to sail through any kind of situation that may come in future. What about alcohol? कभी तो पार्टीज भी होते हैं, अल्कोहल का क्या करना है? शादी आने वाली है घर में तो उसमें भी दारू होगा और फिर शादी में खाना होगा बहुत सारा, तो क्या करना है? ट्रैवल कर रही हूँ तो क्या करना है? All of those things I'm going to take it one by one. So Sunday probably one topic, Monday. So basically this week I'm going to cover all those real life situations. But having said that, हर सिचुएशन जो भी हो ये गाइडलाइंस कांस्टेंट रहेंगे. तो आप वेडिंग में भी हो तो ये गाइडलाइन रहेगा, बट आई टेल यू हाउ यू चेंज द मेन्यू. So let me just explain it to you. Like when I say that your breakfast has to be light, which is the B guideline. आप अगर वेडिंग में है, आपके घर में वेडिंग है या आप ट्रैवल कर रहे हैं, तो भी दिस गाइडलाइन इज गोइंग टू स्टे कंसिस्टेंट, विच इज अबाउट हैविंग अ लाइट ब्रेकफास्ट. But of course, because it's a wedding or because you're traveling, the menu will change. What are the options that you can look for that will qualify as a light breakfast? Those are things that I can tell you, and those are things that I'm going to discuss in the coming week. But whatever the situation may be, most of the time try to stick to these basic things. The number one being that you start your day with a warm drink. अब वो warm drink कौन सा है? If you have read the book and if you have been following all the videos, you already know it, but the book has all the details. अगर आप phase 3 में हैं, then you can start your day with a cup of warm milk as well, because then you are in phase 3. But अगर आप phase 1 और phase 2 में हैं, तो बहुत सारे herbal tea के recipes दिए हुए हैं, and you should start your day with that. No matter you are traveling, no matter there is a festival, no matter there is any kind of stress, no matter whatever happens in a real life scenario. And I do not, I really feel that this is something, a very doable guideline in all kinds of circumstances. जितने सारे recipes दिए गए हैं book में for this herbal drink, the first drink that you take in the morning, इसीलिए ही दिए गए हैं so that you are able to see what is easier for you to do in a situation. For example, एक आंवला टी का रेसिपी है, which is a little time consuming recipe, I accept that. But अगर आप घर से बाहर है, like in the other situations, then you can go for an easier one, which doesn't take that much time. So those are the flexibilities that you have to look for right now if you are in phase 3. Or basically in any other phase, but to say that if I am traveling, should I stop the diet? If there is a wedding, should I stop the diet? You don't have to stop it. It has to be molded in a way that it matches your lifestyle. आपका लाइफस्टाइल जो है वो आपको डाइट के हिसाब से नहीं चलाना है. आपका डाइट जो है वो आपके लाइफस्टाइल के हिसाब से चलना चाहिए. Only then it becomes a sustainable plan. So for the number one thing, as I said, no matter what the situation is, start your day with a warm drink. The number 2, as I said, is a lighter breakfast. I have already explained this, but don't mind explaining this again, but a breakfast has to be light. I still get asked that is it mandatory to have porridge in a breakfast? Can I have roti sabzi in a breakfast? So many of the times I still get asked this, so I'm going to clarify that again. The choice of breakfast, कि breakfast में हम क्या खाना खा रहे हैं, कौन सा meal हमने choose किया है, that has to be dependent on the fact कि आपका जो lunch है वो hamper नहीं होना चाहिए. Because lunch is the hero, lunch is the star of your day, and you cannot afford to go wrong with your lunch. तो lunch कैसा होना चाहिए? Firstly, 11 AM to 1 PM के अंदर होना चाहिए. It cannot go beyond 1 PM. That is the number one thing. The number 2 thing is it has to be like really substantial, wholesome. So how does the lunch thali look? In fact, one of the participants just sent me her lunch thali, and it looked pretty wholesome, and I have posted it in my stories. I have reposted it, so you can go and check there what a substantial lunch is. But as I have been mentioning, substantial lunch का मतलब है कि आप एक रोटी के ब्रेड जिसको हम बोलते हैं, रोटी से आप शुरुआत करो. There should be दाल, सब्जी, चटनी, पापड़. Of course, क्या कौन सी रोटी, मिलेट की या किसकी, all of those things are dependent on the phase that you are in, right? But basically, as I'm just revising the guidelines which are important here, it is this कि lunch में आप रोटी, दाल, सब्जी, चटनी, पापड़, everything should be there. And then if you also feel like you have the appetite, आपको obviously you don't have to overstuff yourself, but you can and you should in fact go for a helping of rice, which could be a millet rice, foxtail millet rice, barnyard millet rice, और हमारा normal जो paddy rice है, that is also fine. Again, कौन सा खाएंगे depends on the season. We have covered all those extensively. कौन से season में आप क्या choose करेंगे, and also depends on the phase that you're in. But lunch has to be like a really solid meal. Now the problem is this, that whenever you would have idli, dosa, pav, parantha, roti, sabzi, all of these for breakfast, अगर आप ये सब चीजें ब्रेकफास्ट में खाते हैं तो आपका लंच ऑटोमेटिकली डिले हो जाता है, बिकॉज यू विल नॉट फील द हंगर एज अर्ली एज 11 AM। क्योंकि अगर आपने मान के चलो वेरी रिसेंटली वी just assume that 9 AM आपने breakfast किया है and you have had like 2 idlis and sambar and chutney at 9 AM and then you know some other thing as well, then I'm sure you're not going to feel hungry by another say 1:30 to 2:30। अगर आप मुझे ये बोलेंगे कि नहीं पर मैं तो लंच खा लेता हूँ, मैं इतना हैवी ब्रेकफास्ट के बाद भी मैं लंच कर लेता हूँ 1 बजे तक, देन आई वुड वांट टू आस्क यू कि आप लंच इसीलिए करते हैं क्योंकि 1 बज गया है और शायद ऑफिस में वो लंच ब्रेक का टाइम है और सब कलीग्स लंच के लिए जा रहे हैं, या फिर शायद घर पे मम्मी चिल्ला रही है कि भाई 1 बज गया लंच करो, या इसीलिए कर रहे हैं, या फिर डू यू रियली फील हंग्री? बिकॉज अगर आप ये बोलना चाह रहे हैं कि आप इतना कुछ ब्रेकफास्ट में खा के या फिर पराठे सब्जी खा के वड़ा मेदू वड़ा सांबर ये सब खा के आप 1 बजे लंच कर रहे हैं, तो या तो फिर you're just not hungry but you're just having it क्योंकि वो टाइम 1 बज गया and you're supposed to have lunch, which again is the wrong thing to do. It contradicts the another principle, which is eat only when hungry. The last one, if you can read, eat only when hungry. The most important guideline of TBBD is this, that you eat only when hungry. So the point when I say that you either have a porridge or you have a smoothie, the smoothie doesn't have to be kale and all of those stuff. We are posting a lot of these traditional smoothies. Summers is coming, तो हम और स्मूदीज पे फोकस करेंगे अपने रेसिपीज में, सो यू कैन स्टे पुट ऑन आवर पेज एंड आप देखेंगे देयर सो मेनी ट्रेडिशनल ड्रिंक्स दैट जो हमेशा से नाश्ता ब्रेकफास्ट में ही लिया जाता था, सो दे यूज्ड टू कीप यू satisfied for the next 2-3 hours easily. तो अगर आप 9 बजे इस तरह का कुछ लेते हैं which is just a light porridge, just a smoothie, then by 11-11:30 you really feel hungry for lunch. You do not eat lunch just because घड़ी में 1 बज गया है या घड़ी में 2 बज गया है, but you feel hunger for lunch. And feeling hungry is very very important. अगर आप बिना hunger के ऐसे ही खाना खा रहे हैं mechanically just because the time says so or just because somebody opened a pizza in front of you, आप बस ऐसे ही अगर खा रहे हैं बिना hunger के, then you're just setting your body again for inflammation. So that is the reason why I say that keep your breakfast light so that we can come to our next guideline, which is lunch, which is wholesome. So breakfast, keep it by 9 AM latest. आपके कोई भी रियल सिचुएशंस हो लाइफ में, आई एम अगेन एंड अगेन सेइंग बिकॉज हियर राइट नाउ इन फेज 3 आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक दिस अ लाइफ टाइम प्रोजेक्ट फॉर यू, नॉट जस्ट अ 10-week प्रोजेक्ट। तो ये लाइफ टाइम अगर इसको बनाना है देन आई एम गोइंग टू, एज आई सेड, टॉक अबाउट रियल सिचुएशंस, बट ये रियल सिचुएशंस में भी ये गाइडलाइंस बॉस दीज विल बी वैलिड. सो दीज गाइडलाइंस आर नॉट गोइंग एनीवेयर, they will stay put no matter what situation you are in. वो situations में हम menu change करेंगे, हम food change करेंगे, हम food item change करेंगे, but most of the time I will not say कि हर बार ही आप हो सकता है there is a one-off day when you're not able to stick to a certain timing or stick to a certain guideline, which is fine, but most of the time you have to stick to these guidelines. So breakfast has to be light, lunch has to be more wholesome, dinner has to be light again. So dinner का light का क्या मतलब है? Does it mean cauliflower rice, poly rice, or does it mean fasting कि आप खाना ही बंद कर दो, डिनर स्किप कर दो, या फिर does it mean chicken for dinner, high protein dinner? It doesn't mean any of that. Light dinner, firstly, again, like when I said say no to diets, there's another point I wanted to mention. If there is any diet that keeps telling you to eat raw food, then that's a diet that you should not get into. Because आप ये मान के चलिए कि अगर हमारा रॉ फूड से अडेप्टेबिलिटी और हमारा रॉ फूड से हेल्थ, एडेप्टेबिलिटी, सब कुछ अगर इतना अच्छा था एंड वी वर रियली having the best of our health with raw foods, then why would agricultural, cooking, all of these things come into being? Why would cooking ever exist? Cooking came into being because as humans it was understood that our body is not meant to digest such harsh such fibrous, such raw foods. It could be fruits, it could be veggies, it could be anything. But it is just not meant for us. And that is the reason why cooking came into being. Cooking came into being for a certain purpose. Necessity is the mother of invention. This is what we have heard in school. And I think this is the most logical answer to this raw food fad. कि अगर कोई चीज invent हुआ है, in my case I'm talking about cooking, then there was a necessity for it, and that is why it exists. It doesn't just exist for kicks. And वो अगर आप बोलेंगे that it came into being for taste, then let me tell you that cooking is very, very old, and at that time we didn't have social media, we didn't have Instagrammers, we didn't have food bloggers, we didn't have food critics, and really nobody bothered for taste at that time. Everybody just wanted to survive at that time, and we found that cooking is the right way to go ahead and carry on this civilization. So again, any diet that tells you कि raw food खाते रहो, रात में raw food खाओ, carbs मत खाओ, protein खाओ, all of those things, stay away from it for a lifetime if you want to do good to your microbes, because these microbes सिर्फ आपके लिए नहीं है, आपके बच्चों के लिए भी हैं. The mothers, they actually transfer these microbes to their kids. The entire लोग जो है family में, they also help in transferring the microbes to the offsprings, to the kids in the family. And if you yourself do not carry a good collection, then obviously your kids are not going to inherit a good collection. And that's where that we see a lot of diseases now in the newborns, or even in the toddlers, or even basically in the younger generation, of both mental health and physical health. So please be very mindful of not getting into any kind of fad diet or any kind of diet which asks you to do only one particular thing. So what I mean by diet dinner is dinner which is cooked, and dinner which is really cooked well. So again, a lot of myth I have been asked a few times in the project by a few people कि सूप में तो सब nutrients खत्म हो जाते हैं, खिचड़ी में तो सब कुछ खत्म ही हो जाता है क्योंकि हम इतना कुक कर देते हैं. So this whole thing of soup and khichdi, they are, why I'm asking you to have them for dinners is because they are so easy to digest. And when I say light dinner, I really just mean dinner which is light to digest, nothing else. There is no complication beyond this. Dinner वो choose करो जो light to digest हो, easy to digest हो. That is exactly what I mean when I say a light dinner. So a dinner that works best is a soup or a khichdi. Of course, if you do not want to have it, or अगर आप रोटी सब्जी खाना चाहते हैं, फुल्का खाना चाहते हैं, you can have it for dinner. But you can then choose that at least 4 to 5 times in a week I'm going to stick to soup and khichdi, and 1 to 2 times in the week, maybe on the weekends I would go for some other thing. But dinners, especially in comparison to your lunch, it has to be lighter. Now about these nutrient stuff, this whole thing about nutrients की cooking करने से तो soup में nutrients पकाने से nutrients खत्म हो जाते हैं, तो soup में nutrients ही नहीं है. Sprouts में भी अगर, because I have mentioned I do not have raw sprouts in my book in phase 1. So then a lot of people question me कि sprouts में तो सब खत्म हो जाएगा vitamins अगर हम उसको cook कर देंगे. So basically a lot of fear about cooking, but what we do not understand is that cooking helps your body, your stomach, to absorb those nutrients well. I'll just give you an example. Suppose there's a girl who earns, like, say 100 rupees. She puts it at a place where she's not able to access it. You're right. So she earns 100 rupees, but वो 100 rupees चला गया है एक ऐसी जगह पे जहाँ पे she's not able to access it and use it. And there's another girl, she earns, like, say 80 rupees, but she has full access to it. She blows it up during the weekend. She does whatever she wants, but she has access to it, and she utilizes it the way she wants, and it is helping her. Which is a better situation? Is the situation better because the girl has 20 rupees more than the other one but has no access? Or is the other situation better where the girl at least has 20 rupees lesser, but at least she has access to that 80 rupees even though it's 20 rupees lesser? So that's the whole thing about this cooking and nutrient business. If you just go on seeing कि अरे raw में इतना है, raw में ये nutrients है, raw sprouts में ये है, raw sprouts में वो है, सब है boss, I agree, but your body cannot access them. So what is the point? But the moment you make a soup out of it, the moment you steam your sprouts a little, what it does is that your body is able to extract nutrients out of it, because it's easier for your body to work on it, because it's just become easier to digest, easier to assimilate. And hence even उसमें अगर 20% nutrients कम भी हैं, body उसको use कर पा रहा है. So I think I have made this pretty clear that dinners have to be light, and they have to be mostly soups and khichdi's. Again, there is no mandate. There is no mandatory business here कि soup और खिचड़ी मैंने बोला है कि mandatory है. It's preferable, it's recommended. So this is about the fourth guideline, and the fifth one is again, like I explained, eat only when hungry. A few people asked me in the project कि मुझे जैसे अब breakfast में भी भूख नहीं लग रही है तो क्या करूँ? Should I skip the breakfast? Now, quite a legit question, but I would say that if you are breakfast, it has to be light, but I would not go to the extent कि उसको skip कर दो. Breakfast is in fact all meals are important, right? Like your breakfast is important, lunch is important, dinner is important, and I'm not in the favor of skipping them altogether. If you are not very hungry for breakfast, if you feel that there is no hunger for breakfast, which did happen to few of the participants once they got into phase 1, eventually in phase 2 as well, I would say that you change it to something very light. So maybe instead of a porridge, you shift to even a smoothie, because a smoothie would be even lighter than a porridge, because something जिसको आप ऐसे glass से पीते हैं usually lighter लगता है हमें mentally, psychologically भी, compared to something which we take in a bowl and eat with a spoon. So my answer there is that do not skip breakfast and dinner. Lunch तो skip करने का सवाल ही नहीं होता है. As I said, it's the star meal of the day. But do not skip them. You can choose to have something even more lighter if you feel that there is no hunger for it. And you can also choose to reduce the quantity. आपका जो quantity आप हमेशा से लेते आ रहे हैं, वो quantity को आप choose कर सकते हैं कि भाई आज भूख कम है तो मैं वो quantity को कम कर दूं. So these are very commonsensical things, and these are the sensible ways of working through the situations in life. Let me tell you, you look at any animal. If you have a pet dog at home, अगर वो बीमार होता है ना, वो खाना नहीं खाता है. You give them food, the dog will not eat, and this applies to all the animals. If they are not well, they will not eat food, even if the food is available. आप सुबह अगर morning में दाना दो birds को, they will just not go there and keep eating. They will eat, they will come. अपने से वो आ जाते हैं उड़ के, आपको invitation नहीं देना पड़ता है, वो अपने से आ जाते हैं उड़ के. They will pick on those grains जो भी आपने उनके लिए छितराया है, and they will eat and they will fly. वो वहाँ बैठ के खाते नहीं रहते कि अरे और खा लो, और खा लो. So these are things that are quite, I feel, sensible कि जब तक भूख है तब खाओ, उसके बाद अगर बचा भी है तो उसको खाने की जरूरत नहीं है. अगर स्ट्रेस्ड है, बीमार है, मन अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है तो भूख नहीं लग सकती है, which is fine, but that does not mean कि 1 बज गया है तो जबरदस्ती खाना खाते रहो क्योंकि टाइम हो गया है. We need to learn to be very very sensitive to our hunger. जितना हंगर है उस हिसाब से खाओ, जब भूख है तभी खाओ. भूख नहीं है then you can not eat, but then you can probably skip your evening meal. I will never say कि skip your breakfast and dinners, because usually क्या होता है कि dinner अगर आप skip कर देंगे then morning में you will feel very very empty when you wake up, and that's not a good way to wake up. You need to feel like obviously not very empty, like feeling very empty in your stomach and in your body. So these are the guidelines, and these are the guidelines that will help you sail through your complete lifetime, at least I would like to believe that. And these are guidelines that are there in the book. Combine them, think of them along with right quality, right timing, right quantity. Again, the 3 R's are very very important. So if you do that, you will be able to see how you can navigate through the situations in life. And as I said, I'm going to talk about alcohol intake, I'm going to talk about shadi, byah, weddings, festivals, travels, all of these real situations कि ये सब में TBVD में क्या करना है. Those are things that I'm going to take in this last week of the project, week 10. So stay tuned. And of course, tomorrow, as I said, is the Saturday Candid Chat, the last Saturday Candid Chat in this project. तो जो भी लोग ज्वाइन करना चाहते हैं, प्लीज बी देयर एट 6 PM IST. If you've already spoken with me in this candid chat, you can still be the participant again. If you still want to contribute a little more, or you want to share something new or exciting, or just say hi, whatever it is. So I'll see you tomorrow for the Saturday candid chat. Questions?
What's your take on drinking 1 liter water upon wake up?
What's your take on drinking 1 liter water?
When we wake up in the morning.
Oh, when we wake up in the morning, I am not in favor of drinking 1 liter of water as soon as you wake up in the morning, because again, एक कहावत है हिंदी में, हर चीज की अति बुरी, which means कि हर चीज को जब हम एक्सेस करते हैं तो वो बुरा ही होता है. एंड इश्क मोहब्बत सब कुछ बुरा ही होता है अगर बहुत ज्यादा एक्सट्रीम में हो. तो पानी भी एक साथ 1 लीटर, आई एम नॉट इन द फेवर. यू कैन जस्ट स्टार्ट ऑफ योर डे विद जस्ट 1 ग्लास ऑफ वाटर, एंड देन यू कैन गो अहेड एंड हैव योर हर्बल ड्रिंक जो आपको बताया गया है फेजेस के हिसाब से, और देन यू कैन जस्ट गो अहेड विद योर ब्रेकफास्ट. पानी बहुत जरूरी है, नॉट 1 लीटर बट 4 to 5 liters in a day, बट इट हैज टू बी अच्छे से पूरे दिन भर में पीना चाहिए, एक बार में नहीं.
We should do oil pulling or drink water first as we wake up.
When you wake up, the first thing you should do is oil pulling. Oil pulling has to be done on a completely empty stomach, and not only completely empty stomach, but there should actually be no contact, मतलब mouth cavity में कुछ भी नहीं जाना चाहिए. That is the whole concept of oil pulling. तो पहले आप oil pulling करिए. Oil pulling करने के बाद you can drink a glass of lukewarm water, क्योंकि oil pulling के बाद lukewarm water is something that works beautifully even in the summer season.
Can we eat fruit in breakfast, or it has to be something wholesome?
So in breakfast, as I said, fruit का best time होता है 10 AM to 4 PM or 10 AM to 5 PM. Basically 4ish 5ish is the last time to have fruits, and it starts from 10 AM. 10 AM के पहले I like to go by the Ayurvedic principle of the doshas here, and because 10 AM के पहले it's a kapha dosha timing, we do not encourage fruit consumption in that time. So breakfast for fruits can come in 2 ways. अगर आप उसको पोस्ट वर्कआउट खा रहे हैं, तो आपने अगर अपने वे प्रोटीन के साथ एक स्मूदी के रूप में आपने उसको डाला है, तब वो अगर आप पोस्ट वर्कआउट है और आप उसको सुबह 8 बजे भी खा रहे हैं, तो देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. सो दैट इज द वन वे. The other way it can come before 10 AM is when you steam that fruit. So a lot of people in the East India and even in the South India, like for example a banana, they would steam a banana and have for breakfast. So that is the correct way of having it. In fact, most of the citrus fruits are also steamed in the South, like they would steam a pineapple also. So if you're up for it, then I would say that you could steam and then have. But if you're just wanting to have fruits as it is, the best time is 10 AM to 5 PM. You should also look for the live video that I had done, which was only on fruits. So you should go and check that. So again, I just mentioned कि ये सारे live videos कहाँ पे है. जब मैं ये वीडियो अभी खत्म करूंगी, when I finish this live video and I post it on my page, so when you go and check this video on my page, आपको वहाँ नीचे में दिखेगा एक hashtag 10 weeks of Yuktahar. When you just click on that hashtag, the entire series of 10 weeks of Yuktahar project will open up.
Is it okay to have salad and stir fry veggies with paneer every day for dinner at 7 PM?
Every day for dinner, I don't want you to have salads. As I explained that for dinner, I want you to have something cooked. So no salad business. Salad is a raw thing. Of course, जानते हैं हम सब लोग. तो अगर खाना ही है, because as I said कि कुछ भी जो raw होता है वो difficult होता है for body to digest. And therefore अगर कुछ ऐसी चीज है जो थोड़ा सा heavy होता है या थोड़ा सा difficult to digest होता है या comparatively उतना easy नहीं होता है, then it can come for lunch. So salad अगर आपको खाना ही है तो वो आपका lunch का जो थाली जो मैंने बताया है उसका एक छोटा हिस्सा बन सकता है. But salad in itself cannot become a meal. चाहे वो कोई भी meal हो, that is one thing. It can become a part of a meal, and which meal it can become a part of lunch. And no doing the stir fries and paneer and stuff. Again, it's about going carb free. This whole thing comes from the psyche that we're not supposed to have carbs, but there's nothing like that. Just go and check. I'm so happy, of course, with all the efforts that you guys are putting, but if you just go and read the reviews and the progress form, not the forms, of course, you don't have the access, but you read the progress stuff that I'm putting out there for people to read. Everyone is on millets and khichdi for dinner, and they're losing like 10 kgs in the project. So let's not, get into this low carb or no carb dinner business at all.
What is oil pulling?
So what is oil pulling? I'll take the opportunity to introduce you to my book, Yuktahar, The Belly and Brain Diet. Oil pulling क्या है, क्यों करना चाहिए, क्या तरीकों से करना चाहिए, कौन सा ऑयल लेना चाहिए, सब कुछ है इस किताब में, चैप्टर 5 में है. तो प्लीज़ ये किताब पढ़िए और इसमें जो जो प्रिंसिपल्स हैं उनको अप्लाई भी कीजिए. So I'll meet you tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much for joining in, and I'll see you tomorrow for the Saturday Candid Chat. Thank you.